Uh, well, no playoffs this year for you guys, obviously, but Thursday you may be heading into kind of a playoff-like situation. What are your thoughts on that?
Yeah, I laugh because I just there's a difference between division championships and playoffs. Playoffs are a 7-game series, and all the good stuff that you always think about when you're playing pro hockey. And this is I'm not going to diminish being first place in our division, but at the same token, I don't know if it's a fair comparison to a playoff. We're obviously very much of the mindset that we would like to win the division, and it will give us something else to play for. That's for sure, and have some pride and look back at the year and that if we were to win that game, we would be deemed the best team in the division. That's certainly something to hang your hat on, and right now it's pretty much all we got. So we definitely do that. It's just a bummer that the playoffs really just haven't been here the last couple of years.
Now, in the third period, you guys really dug deep, 20 shots, 2 goals, to get to overtime. Did you say anything out of the ordinary after the second, or was it kind of business as usual, or what did you say?
No, we were close, as close to terrible as I've seen us play this year, the first 2 periods. We were a step behind. Our puck play was really, really poor. We held our goalie out to dry for 40 minutes, for me, for the most part, other than a couple shifts here and there. And so it was certainly something that we wanted to make sure that we were not going to play that way in the third period. I think the guys responded very well. Obviously, we played the way we should play. It's a learning lesson. I think we're a very young team right now. We've got a lot of young players that might have thought they were tired, in this third game of 5 nights. But what they have to quickly realize is that there's 3 games in 48 hours sometimes in this league. And 3 games in 5 nights is a luxury. So, I think all of that might have hit home with some of them, and we were able to claw back, which was a great effort, and then just couldn't close it out. But I thought it was a poor first 40, and then I thought the 20 was obviously the way that we'd like to play.
Voyer, he didn't get on the score sheet today, but there was one play, I think it was in the first period, on a back, maybe the second, a back check where he took his guy all the way to the net and lifted his stick at the last second that probably prevented a goal. What are your thoughts on his development from the start of the year till now?
He's been, I think really from the start, he might have scored in the first game, if I'm not mistaken, but he's learning the pro game. He's learning our system. He's always going to give you the most effort that he can possibly give you. He's always going to be competitive. He's playing with a very established player in Husey right now, and he's complimenting him. He's not a detriment to that line. He's adding to that line. He's got energy. He's able to win some pucks. He's simplifying his game enough to get it deep and get on the forecheck. And then he has some offensive prowess around that net. He had a couple chances today and just missed, and very much willing to get inside and get to the front of the net, which is something we always preach. So he's been a very nice addition, and I thought as far as his development is concerned, it's gone well. He's going to have a big summer, and obviously we'll be looking for him to contribute even more next year.
And lastly, Kaiser hadn't played in a little bit, but he made some, like you said, he was kind of hung out to dry for a while today, and he made some big saves. How would you assess his game today?
Yep. I mean, that's a really challenging thing. I don't know the exact stat on it, but he has not played in several weeks, if not a month. And he comes in, and the team in front of him is really playing poorly, and the team against him is buzzing and playing very well. That's a really hard challenge that he took on, and I thought he was good. I thought he was really good. Like you said, he made some big saves. We had some point blank chances against the first couple periods that we rarely, I won't say rarely, but we do not give them up on a regular basis historically with our team. So he faced some of those, and he faced them, stood tall. With that point for me is really all him. We wouldn't even come close to that if it wasn't for him, bailing us out there for the first 40.